What works is if you dedicate your time and your focus, like realistically, with a professional, disciplined effort to creativity. You show up every day like a professional, but you show up to be creative. If you just do it on a regular basis, ideas will come to you. When I was 21 and I was first starting to do comedy, that's when I was really devouring as much of it as possible, because I was trying to figure out like how to not be so lazy, how to be motivated, how to get shit done, and how to like find the correct path and think about things correctly. What it's all about is just getting your together and moving. Just go do something. Just doing it makes you do more. Like, do more hard shit makes you do more hard shit. Yeah. Understand that you want it bad, so you're willing to put into work and do things you don't want to do. It's what makes you have that the confidence that you know how to push through. And the mentality that I'm the type of dude to get done. They teach you could do anything just by making you do anything. So you will understand how you can pass your limits. What you thought your limits were are no longer your limits. That's what I feel like is missing from a lot of people that are getting into motivational this and motivational that. They ain't doing You got to go do something. That's so important for people to hear, though. Yeah. That they are you, but that they can be someone like you, too, if they put in the kind of time and effort that you put in. That's the real message. The real message is we all started from nowhere. I mean, we all had jobs. We all felt like losers. But through time and effort, you build a stronger human. Sometimes you don't find someone for a long time, and then when you do, it changes your whole life. It's you just pushing people and telling people to go get after it, and people see that, and all of a sudden it's like they get goosebumps, their heart starts racing. It's like you gave them a drug, like you gave them fuel. And then they want to change their life. Then they want to watch you tomorrow. Then they want to watch you when they're at lunch break. When someone like you does something that's exceptional and says something that's exceptional and has these inspirational words, it can change a person's whole life, change their whole path, change who they are. That's fuel, and you literally can change a person's life through that, because we need each other. I mean, it's one more piece of evidence that we need each other, that we have this sort of very strange, loose-fitted community of all human beings together. I've gotten so many messages from people that say, I lost 130 pounds. You know, I did this. I got off sugar. I'm fucking running every day. I hit the gym 5 days a week now. I'm a different person. I'm drinking water. I'm exercising. I take vitamins. I'm eating healthy. I got more juice. I got more energy. We all need each other. Yeah. We really do. There's something beautiful about that, though. You know, like you can't just go it alone. You really do need each other. And like, if you accomplish everything you ever want to accomplish, but nobody's there with you, nobody cares, nobody likes you, that don't mean it's useless. The more you can spread positive energy, the more people will love you. The more you'll have that community of love. You know, love is the most important thing. And that sounds so cliche, but without love, it's all useless. Yeah. It's all useless. Yeah. You know, there's no personal satisfaction in accomplishments if nobody loves you. You're not going to enjoy it. You build a stronger body, you build a stronger mind, you build accomplishments and will and momentum, and then you look back and you go, hey man, I'm not washing tables anymore. You know, I'm not washing dishes, I'm not cutting lawns, I'm not digging ditches. Yeah. You know, I'm a different person now. That's the hardest part, right? Is to get out of that rut. When you ain't got shit and there's nothing going on, to have faith then is so difficult. To have faith when you're successful, it's like, listen, been successful for a while. Of course you got faith. Just keep doing what you're doing. Easy. The hard part is getting up that fucking hill, when especially if you got a dad you're hiding from, especially if you feel like you're a loser, or you never really had anything in your life that you could look back on and say, hey, I was really good at that. That's one of the things that I like so much about martial arts. They let anybody in. Yep. Anybody in, and then from learning how to do that, you get better, and then you realize, damn, I can get better at anything. There's so many people that are in that starting point. Like the people that come up to you and say, I don't know what to do. What should I do? How do I do it? Yeah. How do I get going? Well, you're going to have to figure it out, one foot in front of the other. Exactly. You're going to have to find a thing and keep working at it and get better at it. If you find a thing, like particularly martial arts, because you get belts and ranks, and then you can see how you're doing with opponents. But if you could just find a thing and work hard at that thing, you'll realize through that thing that you can get good at anything with time and effort. The concept of the muse is you settle in and receive creativity almost like as a divine gift from this magical entity, the muse. Now, whether or not it's real is not important. What's important is if you treat it as if it's real, it does work. You have to decide that you are a professional. This is what a professional does. A professional goes to work and they give in to the muse. Okay, the concept of the muse, whether or not it's real. What works is if you dedicate your time and your focus, like realistically, with a professional, disciplined effort to creativity. You show up every day like a professional, but you show up to be creative. If you just do it on a regular basis, ideas will come to you. If you write something, whether it's the most brilliant thing you've ever written or whether you're not good at editing and it turns out to be dog shit, where's that coming from, man? You're just sitting down in front of your laptop and these thoughts are coming to you, and all of a sudden you're talking about a kid who's riding a bike and he gets attacked by a werewolf. Like, where the is this coming from? Every day, at the same time, you sit down in front of your keyboard and you start working. And just put in the work, and force yourself to do it. Force it like a muscle, like the same muscle that you develop when you go running every day, and then you get to the point where like 7 days in, you start feeling good running. To spend time wondering why someone is successful. Hating on someone for being successful, it doesn't do any good. It's like, what is that old expression that jealousy is, it's a poison that does the opposite of its intended? It doesn't affect the other person at all, but it poisons yourself. Yeah. It wastes your energy and time. Wondering why other people's success or wondering why other people are successful is the refuge of losers. Yes. It's a loser mentality. It's a loser occupation. It's a loser practice because you're wondering why other people are successful. Like, who gives a fuck? I don't spend time wondering why I hate things or hating on someone or being jealous. You have, let's call it units. You have 100 units of bandwidth in your mind. Your mind, you have a certain amount of bandwidth. This is why I don't read Instagram comments or Twitter comments or YouTube comments. Like, I don't have any time. If I read them, it's an accident. But to seek them out, you have bandwidth. Maybe you're involved in some relationship with someone who's an idiot and you're arguing back and forth with them. Well, there's another 30% that's gone. Now you have 40% left. You have 40% for the things you love instead of 100%. But if you only concentrate on the things you care about that mean something to you and learn how to do that, there's 100 units that you can spend on things you care about, or you could let your mind be occupied by some stupid Twitter feud that you're in with some idiot that you don't even know, and you could spend 30% of your Twitter bandwidth or your mind bandwidth on this, and then you only have 70% for the things you love. It's a form of meditation. Yep. Because you're learning how to avoid the little road bumps and the ditches on the side of the road.
That can suck your bandwidth.
Suck your bandwidth. My concentration. concentrating on people that suck or being jealous about people that are doing well does me zero good. But instead, if someone does well, I can be inspired and I can get fired up by it. I mean, I figured this out in my early 20s. I was like, okay, this is I have a poor way of looking at it. When I was like an amateur, I would see guys that were killing, and I'd be like, I'm like, why is he doing good? Like, that guy sucks, and this guy sucks, and, you know, how come he got this and he got that? And then I remember thinking, like, this is a gigantic waste of time. And I got into comedy because I'm a fan of comedy. In martial arts, like, you can't be jealous of someone else's ability. You have to realize you might have to fight them someday. So by realizing that they're really good, you're forced to be objective about it. And you have to go to work. Like, you have to go, that guy's better than me. I got to get better. And you have to go to work.